I feel like there's some real fatigue people probably get with the names of this too. Like, we were talking about why people might find part of this game boring. I feel like the like weird ass names actually is kind of fatiguing. Like, why is this place called Chesenewesi Springs? Like, what's the town name from RDR2? Oh, Valentine? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. Roads? A number of IAT's mining fellows are here as well. Namika is in good hands. Aaron told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick a fuss up and see them driven off. The bracelet meant everything to her. Those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Vuklamat, we must be mindful of our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of a said gift if lives are taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dust Watch. Well now, that makes me think you're strong. Really strong, are you? I may have saved the star on one occasion. You saved the star? That's a bold claim to make, but if it's true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you could tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late, there's been talk about some unsavory taps coming and going from Tonetanyawi to the southwest. That the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like the perfect lair for bandits. Not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. She'll be investigating the place. I'll let the Dust Watch know, if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you have no objections. Right, then let's be off. Oh, there we are, no side stories. 2 of them. I mean, that's pretty promising, as long as it doesn't spam me with like 10 of them when I'm done with this area. Greetings to you. I can tell you ain't from around these parts, which is just dandy. You're from across the ocean, am I right? Not too far from the birthplace of ceruleum technology, I'm guessing. Just so happens I got a little job needs taken care of, and you're the prime candidate. You see, we have plenty of equipment that either extracts or runs on ceruleum, but most of it was only built a few years ago. Compared to the folks around here, I bet someone who grew up around machines like these could spot all kinds of flaws and whatnot. Think you could take a look? Oh, there's no information about the... Oh wait, I forgot to pick up the one I saw. That's probably the problem there. I got my bag of candy. Candy bag. Logan heard a news of candy bag too. I don't get it. Inspect the sterile environment, search for flaws, target special areas, and examine with the button. Well, this seems to be a little bit of a flaw. The direct pump is functioning correctly at present, but will probably deteriorate in a few years. Yeah. No one cares about a few years. Excess beryllium gas is expelled at regular intervals. This apparatus works as intended. What the? Alright. Large wooden barrels are used to transport the beryllium, although these containers are secure enough, their immense size and weight are likely to cause problems. They transport beryllium in wooden barrels? That seems really weird. So, how did the inspection go? Don't go pulling any punches now. You should avoid putting the beryllium into wooden barrels. You're right, but the barrels are much too heavy. We use Ronek to transport the refined beryllium, but the lighter the barrels, the less of a strain it will be on our animals. The valves are expelling excess gas are working correctly. That's a relief, considering how difficult they are to build. I'm glad they won't need repairing for a while. Derek pump will probably need repairs in a few years. I hear you. Pretty much any of the moving parts are bound to undergo stress and strain. Even if they look fine now, there's still a chance of breakage in the future. Well, in any case, I'm sure glad I asked you for your help. Now all I gotta do is put your advice into action. Hate to admit it, but we still gotta learn about maintaining and improving our equipment. Still, thanks to you, we're another step closer to fulfilling our potential. Don't be a stranger here. Oh. Ah. God damn it, I was supposed to do. Where's a hunter when you need one? Oh, hey there. Say, you seem like a wild critter wrangling type. What do you say for a little honest work? You see, down by the cerulean pits, we've got ourselves something of an infestation. Cereal bombs, to be precise. Now, with them being the flame spewing, explode at the drop of a hat, sons of salamanders that they are. If everyone got into our fuel supplies, this whole place would be blown sky high. Until recently, I always had a hunter friend of mine keep their numbers down, but he's temporarily incapacitated. I was thinking you could take his place. If so, there's a whole bunch of them. Just a little way south from here. Good hunter. Back here now. Oh, he's... We're on top of this thing. Yeah. Oh god. Oh. What the hell? Oh. Bing. Bong. And boom. All done. How many were there? Around 50. Are you kidding? They must have invited every damn bomb and his cousin to join the party. Sounds like you got there just in time. Of course, calling them old-fashioned way is risky work, and it ain't easy finding someone with the necessary skills. I guess we'd better come up with a better plan to keep them at bay. In the case, you've done us a good turn, friend. I just knew I'd picked the right gal for the job. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. I'll just run in there and beat them up, like you said, no worries. Don't even have guns. They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dustwatch not have noticed by now? A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see any bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop to anyone inside. If you'd go and have a look, but I'll keep watch for trouble. What's he doing back there? He's just looking at me now because I looked back at him. Oh, laying down. This is one of those moments you wish the game kind of was instanced, so there was just a bunch of people standing around here. Killing all the bandits you're supposed to be sneaking around. Not enough to here, you can safely leave someone and one inside. As you listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. But not when we got the boss who can keep the Dustwatch off our backs. Hey, watch out what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls was running that crew? That drunk who brought your story about the gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Ha ha ha! I just listened to familiar voice. Oh, familiar voice. Sekova. Let me out of here, you bastard! Shut your mouth, you still little brat. Oh, it's that guy. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. The vulture, most of all, you tell him he can eat shit. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. This little brat with orange hair. That was Mr. Orange Hair Brat. Oh, here's Erendville. The bandits who took the bracelet may be in this building. Have a listen and see what you can find out. As soon as you hear some entering the room on the other side. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. It's beautiful, ain't it? But it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot! How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, I'm sorry. Reckon we could find a sailor who would want to ask questions, sell it for a song. Here's your reward, and don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. So were you able to learn anything? Their leader is a man of the Dustwatch. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave him the bracelet to him? It seems we have our work cut out for us. Do you hear anything else of note? So, Sekova, that's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture, their leader Salias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well, it could be the Jackal. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Husatvi, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though, if it's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. We need to get him alone. I'll storm their hideout, I can take them. I can, though, for real, I can. The direct approach may have served you well in the past, but it won't suffice here. Vihuati is the deputy chief of the Dustwatch. He could claim we're the criminals in all this, and no few people would believe him. I might have a plan. There is a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luvat, see what I mean? Like this is gonna fatigue people. This word, this fatigues people. Now I see this, now I feel fatigued. I'm immediately fatigued. Luwatenya Wawasa. Like, just give it another name, okay? I'm just gonna call it Lua. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. No one's gonna remember that name. No one's gonna be able to be like, oh yeah, Lutwatawa. True, yes. I think it unironically gives people fatigue though. I think that people read that and they're like, either gloss over it in their brain, which means that it's a bad name because now they just gloss over it, or they try to enunciate it like I'm doing, and then it just like annoys them because they're like, what the hell is that? When you do that as much as they've been doing, I feel like it's just gonna cause them trouble. Like, I get that we're in a different country and stuff, but I feel like you can keep that fantasy going without like giving stuff like hard to pronounce names. For to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yaheshekia, dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create an attractant that resembles the scent when burned. We can then lure the Yihashika into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelets. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. I'm a first up to 100, nice! And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to a feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches to see them filled, and I will handle the rest. I assume it's sage? There is. There's the sage. Oh no, it's Mechanist, gotcha. This is Dancer though, right? Oh, Samurai. So Andy plays Samurai. I'm surprised Sage didn't get up there faster, considering that's who you've been doing all your like daily dungeons on. Scholar Summoner is only 1 level behind. Oh damn. I mean, you're probably looking pretty good then. Who's this again? I forgot. There's a aetheroid thing here somewhere, right? Northwest? Martin Tarnation? I also have no idea who are those people. On my list? You don't know who any of these people are? Boru is Cash. Virtual is Andy, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure who Hishashi Eri is, but Ishida is my FC leader. They're in your FC. Is it it might be Lucy. Probably Lucy. Maybe? Yeah, it probably is actually. But then I have like 50 people on my list and not a clue who all those people are. Oh. I only friend people that are like, I know. Though I'm not sure. I think some of these people are people that were in my in my static. I think I friended all the people in my static. This is Son. This is Mad Pineapple in chat. This is a person I played WoW with. This is MC. This is Rowan, I think, maybe. No, this is probably Rowan. I think this might be Nolan? Question mark. This is not. This is Sif. Oh, this is Jay, I think. Jay is dumb. Pia Pia Pia, named in the Chitano language, the Hill of Many Wings, has been the nesting ground of the Yablalala since the time immemorial. I'm just gonna make up new words here. I'm just gonna call them the Yahi. The many fossils discovered in the region are evidence of their ancient existence, while the shrill cries of their newly hatched offspring herald their ongoing presence. Yahi! Oh, la, 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 la. I'm surprised I'm not at 95 quests yet, or 96 quests yet. I feel like 95 has been a long level. Finish already, are we? A small hemp sack full to the bursting with leavings, though you pray to the 12 it doesn't actually burst. Excellent, this will do nicely. Alas, all that's left is to mix the feces with the tumbleclaw fibers, dried nopal tender, root, and generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's go back to Tonta. Tonta. Tona, I'm gonna call Tona. Ahi! Oh, la 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 he. That's about a trial soon, right? Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. A fair number of people to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I will keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Yihi will come soon after. Yihi! A second is that when burned is guaranteed to attract Yihi and leave near everything else fit. Daybreakers. Foul smelling attractant. Boop. Cuts in. Voice maybe? Question mark? This feels voiced to me. Now what in tarnation's going on out there now? What's that smell? It wasn't voiced. Oh, that reeks! What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. I think I just woke him up. Slightly more aware. Oh, did someone die? Did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Let me go punch him. Boss, over there. Huh? What in tarnation? I almost guessed it. Ah! Run for your lives! I was like, Ernville, hey, don't kill all of them, okay, Endaline, because the Wooklamat wouldn't want that. Also, Ernville. Huh. So the smoke's what grew him here. I swear when I find out who did this. I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelets. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here, in case you forgot. In case you've forgotten. Sit tight. We'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. Shit, who was that? I can outrun him, I have a motorbike. Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelets must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. Man, one of these days, Final Fantasy games are gonna have windows. That'll be the crazy new update. Windows. Thanks, I owe you one. For a moment there, I thought you might actually leave me behind. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the Vulture. No need to apologize, we were planning to save you, eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You're a secret admirers of mine or something? I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. The man they call the Vulture, I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he is not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out of back there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there round 2. We can go together. I got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits at Tona? They're called Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concern folks who need to help to even the odds. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how, with a duel. I see, by the old laws, anyone who loses a duel must be held accountable for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. Then, about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on people. Prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Kiwanka and Levine, and we all agreed to only to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted, as I remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. I can pay it. With them locked away, there's no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until a guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner then. Well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kameka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where the Vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? Nod. So, am I sausaging? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at chess. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Odd. Yeah, not here. We have to go like 20 meters away. I'm grateful he could take us to the deputy chief, but it will all be for naught if we're seen. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Shouldn't take long now before Vihutwe shows up. Oh, duel. Well, well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves his spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with the regular shipments of fuel to Tuliolal, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with his business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wish he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight until he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Hush, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Ah, well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture is a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we'll need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here. Over to Hosha would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search for the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Behutwe is carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once it's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman and child out of the wilds understands the importance of the duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with me as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the vulture. Is that a grenade? This guy's a grenade on his pouch. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? I say let's go have his duel, we can trust the old laws, yeah. That's cool. Thanks. I sure was lucky running into two of you. You won't regret this, I promise. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tonate, but it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the watcher I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if you suspect a trap, you won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll wait to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to to Husha. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. The Yeehee were likely that Chatona's doing. What's his angle? Huh. And then there's a brat. It's past time I dealt with him. Perhaps a gentle poke. Slash poke. Oh, what is it? 12-hour stream? Yeah. And you know what the worst part is? I'm going for another hour. Ah, no familiar face in this part. You have need of the dustworks, miss? What? Sakova tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison. He turned to laugh a crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, miss. Might I trouble you to take me to him? I'm playing, I decided to play some RDR. I got bored with Final Fantasy 14. We're playing some hi there, mister. Hey there, mister. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, Chasini Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Really? Yeah, we're playing it right now. Playing a little bit of RDR2. I'm playing the DLC with the new characters in it, as you can see. I thought you were going to go with the earth, mother. Bow. The wind skied you. This is the place. I don't see him. Oops, silly me. This isn't the right place. I see. Well, very well. Lead on. Silly me. Hydration check, 1 second, I gotta finish it in this candy. There's gold in these fields, blue gold. Best be wary of beasts in these parts. They may prefer us to snack on ceruleum, but for you, I reckon they make an exception. I'm eating some of my Swedish candy. From my Swedish candy bag. Drink 1 liter of water every hour you stream. Do you need an intervention? Are you okay? Sure. Yeah, sure, I'll take an intervention. Thank you very much, much appreciated. What are we intervening? Is this the place then? What's up, Sergeant? I've been drinking a lot of water because I've been reading so much. I probably don't like. I'm probably doing like 3 liters a day easily. Your Final Fantasy addiction. What the hell? Addiction? Intervene or innervate? Oh, innervate. Yeah, I want innervate. Wait. I could have sworn I left him here. Is this some sort of joke of all the? Let's keep moving. Addiction would imply that I can't stop playing the game, which I can. And rate 1d6 levels drained. Oh god, he's playing Pathfinder 1st edition. Why would anyone do this? Why would anyone submit themselves when Pathfinder 2nd edition exists? You can stop playing when you're under content, yeah. And we're about 50% of the way there. Kinda crazy, huh? Why am I not just taking him straight to town? Am I not just supposed to take him down here? What's happening up here? 57% to be exact. This better be the place. Ah, now I remember. My patience is wearing awful thin, miss. If it's not the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Oh wait, what happened? Oh. Oh, that's a big boy. The only thing I'm addicted to is having fun with my friends. And also sugar. I am addicted to sugar. People in solo took me over 100 attempts across several characters. Oh, you never beaten her solo before? Damn. Is your camera low or is it the lighting? Wait, what? Camera low bitrate low? Is it? You tell me. Might be third stream, might be the ground area, yeah, probably. If I do this. Shut up more on the camera since it's stationary, yeah. I beat Millennia. Let me do Pixel Face. What's up, Pixel Face? I beat Millennia solo when I streamed, and then ever since I use Ashes usually, because I don't like the fight. It's a bad fight. Millennia's a really bad fight. One more time. I don't actually know why I've noticed that the camera is more prone to the bitrate being bad. I don't know what does that though. I don't know why the camera would be worse at that. I have no idea. I don't know if it's like a source thing or whatever. Unless you'd rather feed you one raw, needles and all, cut the chit chat. Yeah, the lighting doesn't help either. I mean, I don't have a lot of good lighting. And as when I move around, yeah, it flashes on my face. So it changes the color all over the camera too. Probably doesn't help. Alright, where is he? The thing about I'm gonna rewatch the video, but there's a good video about the Millennia fight where the dude explains how Millennia's like cheating. Like she does a lot of stuff that other bosses, no Souls boss ever has done. Like just like in Elden Ring, like she cheats, like with like the laws of how the game is supposed to work. I don't remember exactly how she does it though, but that's a good video. I was like, no, this boss is like actually cheating. I don't see him anywhere. Where is Sokowo? Tell me now where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Confound it, he must have escaped. Confound it, he must have escaped. Aha! That's it, I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey, we hoot we. You looking for me? You yelled that from town? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for the cell by the time I'm done with you. This voice, surely. I don't think so. That's the way it looks. Maybe?
Wahoote!
Oh.
Finally caught up to me, I see.
But it sound older than it did before.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Anime finger, isn't that anime finger time? Tip it over.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
Who's this
As
voice
fortune would
actor?
have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
You would have had to arrest yourself. Such a lame line.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
A duel.
You don't mean...
Wahoote, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it. Let your pistols do the talking! Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this. Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Tumbleweed? The hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Mister. Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
How does he even reach the trigger of that gun with this small ass hands?
You and I are going to have a long talk.
It's high noon, brother. I'll do quicker from the hip when the gun is on your back. They figured it out.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
I think he sounded younger when we
You
first met
drew
him.
your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all!
Just a man of the wilds, like you.
Smile.
But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
This is a weird little, like,
What are you gonna do about his
side
crew?
adventure.
Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
This is like it's like an end to a way longer quest. But the fact that this was just like a quick back and forwards, basically. Alright, let's try about Millennia. It declares all stagger progression after some over moves. It's impossible to determine. No.
EU.
EU? EU? I declares all stagger progression after some moves. It's impossible to determine when she's about to break and be repulsible. Yeah, I think that's part of what makes her like the rule she breaks. I wanted the coughing one. Hit me with the enda cough. Wait a minute, the coughing one. Thanks so much, Jade, for your tier 3 subscription for 53 Monterinos. Patriciado, Mikado, Menado Potado. Welcome back to Bag Buddy. Your emoticons. I'm putting in the actually I'm putting all of you in the bag because you're a tier 3. Actually, no, you get out of the bag because you're a tier 3 subscriber. You get to be on my head. Look at that, I'm putting it on my head. Oh, thank you so much, Jace, for the follow. Really appreciate that, dude. And the way her aggro setup makes most attacks you do get traded and even counter hit, it feels like annoying to wait for her to do a move so you can actually have time to pull off an attack instead of being immediately knocked out of it. That's what I want to hear. Oh. I didn't have much problem with her regular moveset. I just hated the Windbreaker Foul, whatever it's called, because that attack is just bullshit. Like after a lot of like back and forth, people have figured out you can dodge it, but you need to do like very specific stuff. And you need to have like light rolling or whatever. It's just one of those like weird attacks where it's like waterfowl, yeah, waterfowl dance, where it's just like it just is a weird attack because you can't really commit on her because she can just do that randomly. You can just decide to do that, and if you commit too much, then you won't have stamina, or you'll be too deep in an attack animation, and she'll just kill you, or she'll recover most of her health. That's why I hate her the most. It's not even her cheating. It's just how badly designed the waterfowl dance feels. If you could dodge it easily, which maybe people figure out ways to do that now. Maybe she was nerfed or something. But if you could like learn how to dodge it, sure. But last time I saw it to dodge it, it's like you run a bit and then you do like a back jump and then you dodge twice or whatever. It's like a very specific weird formula. That's why I don't feel bad summoning on Millennia at all. Ha, that was a pretty nice shot, right? That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all is well that ends well. Phew, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Some movie you have to do 6 perfect dodges in a row, and each one is on a delay. Damn, I don't remember that. Sounds insane though. Oh yeah, for phase 2. Yeah, phase 2 is just garbage, bullshit. Oh yeah, for phase 2. Yeah, sure. I just pretend phase 2 doesn't exist, because that is like... That's all the regular garbage, just piled with more garbage. Yeah. Kan jeg få sus? Tusen takk. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shesen Nevasi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you proper thanks after I find my friends. You weren't planning on it, but there is no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. I'll catch up to you as soon as I've taken care of my friends. Oh, we just unlocked some quests. Oh, we just unlocked a bunch of quests. So there's like a south park and a north part, basically. And I just drank one of the most disgusting chocolate milks that I've ever had this special tasting. How can you fuck up something that is literally chocolate and milk so badly? What's so bad about it? Come to laugh, have you? Well, you can piss off. It tasted putrid. Maybe it was like out of date or something? Expired? Oh, the corn servant. Well, we do the corn servant last usually, but I guess I'll do him first this time. How good to see you. Keeping your belly full through your journey adventures, I hope. A most terrible stomach rumble drew me to this place, but I'm afraid I cannot yet make my presence known to the people here. But I beg for your assistance. It is an otherwise strapping Tonawarwan man in dire need of sustenance. If you would follow me. It's September 2025. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's just bad then. Maybe it doesn't have enough additives in it. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. remember. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, the 21st day of September. No, I don't. I mean, that was like 8 months ago, Sergeant. What the hell? I don't even know what day that was. After the 21st of September, I can remember that the chocolate milk expired on the 8th. I sense something rather dark about the hunger in his belly. Do you feel it? That foul wind sweeping across the wilds? Stings like this pain in my stomach every time I think about what I did. All I wanted was to get away from home and get out of inheriting the damn farm. I thought if I could find ceruleum out here, I'd strike it rich, so I used every pelt to my name to buy mining equipment. Started digging, day in, day out, hoping to find something. Anything to recoup what I've lost. All I've found since common here is disappointment. Oh dear, his stomach is gripped by the deepest despair. What he needs is something to rekindle the flames of hope in his belly. This should serve. Corn roasted with the fiery passion that burns in my bosom. Makes me think of boy band Final Fantasy. Roasted corn, that takes me back. My ma used to cook this stuff all the time. God, I was such a horrible kid. Never listened, always complained, but she loved me anyway. If anything happened to me out there, I don't want to think about it. I should go home and apologize. Maybe see about working those corn crops. You think about Final Fantasy 15? Thank goodness, we arrived when we did. The roasted corn served well to help remedy what ails him so. Left unchecked, his frustrations may well have led to anger he could unleash on himself for others. With a full belly, however, he had the clarity of mind to remember what matters most to him, his family. The rumbling of bellies has ceased here in Ush Tawawi, and so I believe it is time I book my leave. Take care, my friend. All I know is 4 dudes driving around in the desert. How do you not know? How do you remember details from the game, but you don't remember what the game is called? Say, aren't you the one who was stirring up a fuss in town not long ago? I could use a capable hand like yours if you'd be willing to lend it. The name's Tanaso, and I'm not from around here, truth be told. I live in Luwate, but I'm here visiting my grandson. I was excited to see him after so long, but then I spied him dealing with some unsavory-looking man, exchanging unusual large sums of money. I confronted him about what I saw, but he'll say a little more than it's just a misunderstanding. Then grumble as he changes the subject. I realize this is sudden, but could you see if there's anything to be done to help him? He's in trouble, I just know it. Because I don't care to play it. You can still know the game name, though. I don't care to play Sex with Hitler, but I still know what it is called. Oh, a weight's been lifted off my heart. Bless you, miss. His name is Sitekwa. Last I saw him, he was heading inside this here saloon. The Tonwa Wata with a red cap. Pulled down over his face to cover those bruises, most like. You can't miss it. Because you wanted to play it. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. If I wanted to play bad porn games, I would travel back to 1997. A new face in town, eh? Well, what can I do for you? Thinks I'm in trouble, does he? There he goes, jumping to conclusion as usual. I thought I'd be less of a hassle if I didn't tell him. Truth is, I've been helping other folk in town with their money troubles. Matter of fact, the man you saw me leaving just Even just a moment ago as one of my clients. What bad porn game did you play in 1997 and why did it leave such an impression on you? We found out, it was the one you found. Remember? The space one. I should probably explain from the beginning. My work involves loaning guilty folks having trouble with coin for one reason or another. There's a reason I don't lend them Pell, but I'll get to that in a moment. My family's lived here long before there was ever a town here, but then people moved in and they started expanding. Before long, Kameka's family approached us about selling our land. It was around the time when the trade overseas was gaining in popularity. I added on good authority that Gil was on its way to becoming common currency, and in the wilds I decided to sell the land for Gil, and use those funds to start my business. Sure enough, everything went as expected, and the business started to do well. It's not without its troubles, seeing as money is involved, but I never lend to an unsavory types. He's like Akiyama, this is Final Fantasy Akiyama. Why don't you explain all this to your grandfather? That game looked sick though, yeah? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole point of me keeping quiet was I wouldn't make him worry. Since my silence only made things worse. He found himself in the real tight corner once. Gil's what got him there, and now he wants nothing to do with the stuff. When I told him about my idea to sell the land, the moment Gil came out of my mouth, his whole mood turned sour. He said he'd put everything in my name, and whatever happens after that is on me. It's not easy to bring up my work when it involves that one thing he seems to hate more than anything. Maybe it's time I change that. This job does more than just put food on the table. I'm able to help people, help this town. But how do I get him to see that? I got it. You're going to come and watch me work. Grandpa won't hear anything I have to say if it involves Gil, but he might come around to a first-hand account from you. So come and see what good my work does for Huswatotwi and how I help the people here. He did send you here to help me, didn't he? I promised to make it worth your while. Nod. Frickin' yeah, heckin' effing man. That's what he said right there. Right then. Before we get started, I should probably know who it is I'm working with. Endaline, eh? Well, Endaline. Our first job is to go and see a miner named Wakwasi. He had a pretty bad accident on the job a while back. I had no money for treatment or much of anything, really, so I loaned him the gil he needed to keep on his feet. But now it's well past time to return what he owes, and he hasn't said a word. It's been time enough for him to not only return back to work, but also receive his wages several times, in fact. Usually come. Oh, we're money lending. We're Arthur. He usually comes here in town when he's not working. And his shift ends soon. Meet me just outside town. If we're lucky, we'll catch him just as he arrives. I mean, is it penis hat merchants? Penis hat? The hell? What are you? Super bad? This quest feels like it's very long. With a lot of dialogue. Did another person write this quest, probably? This might have been written by another person that did all the other quests. Wait, I remember just a run of RDR2. I get like a really big RDR2 vibe from this. Just like a cheaper version of RDR2. Explain yourself, Wakwasi. You're here for the money I was gonna pay, owners. I just mixed up the dates is all. Can't resell this later, I'm busy. I know you're lying, Wakwasi, and you're not going anywhere until you can look me in the eye and tell me why you're late paying me back. He's obviously hiding something, but I'm not looking to start trouble. I don't suppose there's anything you can do to persuade him. Maybe a little flex to show him you're serious? Flash, flex. Ye gaps, look at those arms and those absurdly hardened neck muscles. Fine, fine. Just put all that away. It's all here, and with interest. If you had the money, why go through all the trouble of avoiding me? When I was still on the mend, my lady friend took a real good care of me. See, I wanted to buy her something fancy to thank her, well... I understand, really, I do, but if you really wanted to make her happy, you need to get your life together. I'm willing to give you a loan one last time, but we're going to have a long talk about how to manage your savings first. You're right. What good am I to her if I'm out on the street without a kill or even a pelt to my name? I'll give it some thought and we can talk later. I can't blame him for wanting to show his appreciation to a loved one, but it's no excuse to get carried away with his spending. So what do you think of my job? The money I loaned him paid for his treatment and supported him through his recovery. That has to count for something, right? Seems like more of a happy accident. Well, there's always our next client. When you're ready, we can be on our way. We'll see how much, how many of these we have time for today. I mean, we've been good to do all of them, but I am gonna run over and do that. This thing. Broken record. Record. Do. Listen, I would love to play Sex with Hitler, but the problem is that Twitch doesn't want us to. If I streamed on Kick, I probably could. And also, I'm not starting another franchise playthrough before I'm done with Yakuza, so... There's about as many Sex with Hitler games as there are Yakuza games, so... Time to go to Kick. I think Kick would be my last choice as a, like, if I got banned from every other streaming platform, I'd be like, fuck it, I mean, whatever, you know what I mean? I want to stream games, but that would literally be my last choice. Let's get back to it then. I should warn you, next client I had in mind may be something of a hassle. He ran off in the middle of the night and haven't seen him hide nor hear of him since. Lucky for us, I heard it from an acquaintance of mine that somewhat fitting his description was seen lurking around Saxtural Skagate. We're looking for a minstrel named Semaship. About the same age as me and surprisingly shy. I'll meet you there. Doesn't have a billion side games that do nothing. Are you sure? Have you played them? I think we're not Yakuza playthrough. I think maybe Fallout, and then maybe after that we do Final Fantasy. Shape has to be around here somewhere. It's only a matter of time before we find him. Brother, you? What's wrong with Fallout? I thought you liked Fallout. Who are you? I do. The hell, man? Yes, I'm Semshi, but what do you want with me? You found him. Nice work, Endaline. Seketwa, what are you doing here? Looking for you. Word around town was you were in a hurry to leave to Dawntrail. I'm afraid I can't let you leave just yet. But I got tuberculosis. You may not look it, but Semship is quite the popular minstrel in Pushwati, or at least he was. It's been what feels like an age since the last he wrote a song. You can only make so much singing the same old tune day in and day out. Semship came to me for help, and I'm gladly offered him a loan. It should have been enough to help him get by until inspiration struck. But it hasn't. I have no money to pay you back. I panicked. Maybe if I sold my instruments, Those instruments are our livelihood. I could never ask you to do such a thing. Here, give me your hand. But I've yet to return what I already owe. What you need is to meet new people, see new places, experience more of the world than just Pushwati. A minstrel's inspiration doesn't just come from thin air, right? You're not wrong. All I could think about was how my songs weren't good enough anymore, how everyone was disappointed in me. My heart was so full with fear and anxiety, I guess there was no room left for music. So take that money and go to Dawntrail, and for next month I want you to travel. See everything there is to see, find your muse, and bring back the Shempui we all know and love. Thank you, Chitekwa. I won't let this skill go to waste, I swear it. These feel really long for some reason. What do you think? A job well done, wouldn't you say? Well, I thought it was quite generous of you. What do you expect me to do? I'm not a monster. Besides, I see this as more of an investment for the future. There's still one last client left on my list. One more opportunity for you to learn more about my work. Ready? Good. We're off to see a young dancer by the name of Tao Macy. He's pretty famous in Huswati, with fans all across Shaloni. It was a real shame when she had to quit on account of being so sick. The medicine she needed was expensive, to say the least, but I footed the bill. She reached out to me not long ago with the good news that she's not only fully recovered, but looking to start dancing again. There's going to be a comeback performance soon, but she asked me to stop by to discuss something beforehand. Can't imagine what though. There's still plenty of time before she needs to make her first payment. In any case, let's go and pay her a visit. I can definitely see why people said it's like not a lot of like combat in the main scenario so far. I don't remember how much it was in like Endwalker though. The quests in general have like very little meaningful battles in them. She was so sick and pale last time I saw her. Well relieved to see her that she's doing well. Dude, this gives me insane levels of deja vu right now. Actual insane levels of deja vu. Ekwa, it's so good to see you. Oh, and you brought a friend as well. Let me get right to the point. I want you to help promote my upcoming show, and I want you to do it with dancing. Dancing? You can't be serious. A far more exciting alternative to standing idle past around flies, surely. And I've seen how well you can dance after you've had a few drinks at the saloon. All the proceeds will go towards repaying my debt to you, with interest. The more people there in attendance, the sooner you can get repaid in full. And your friend here, she's not from Tyrell, is she? I know that she knows a step or two that would draw the eyes of passerbys. So what do you say? Well, friend, I hope you're wearing your dance shoes. We must go and dance for the good folks of Fushwati. Let's go and garner what interest we can in the show. Meet her afterwards. Banchakalan Bakalana Macarena, Banchakaran Takarena Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Slash dance. That's some mighty fine footwork you got there. Reminds me of Terra Mercy. A comeback show, really? No time for drinking then. We best get ready for the show. Look, here's one of the penis people, Jace. There we go. Goodness, what did I do to deserve this performance? The comeback performance of a famed dancer. I've never seen one of these shows before, but it would make for a wonderful story to share when I return home. I'll have to stop by and see. God damn straight you do gotta drop by and see. And you gotta be free for me. Okay, he? Lahi. A dancer, eh? Not sure what we did to deserve this entertainment, but thank you. Oh, I see. I heard she retired after falling ill, but you say she's back and planning a performance. We'll certainly not want to miss it. That chick was very excited about this. That chick was giga excited. She was like... maybe a little bit too excited, even. She's drawn quite a crowd, even after all this time. Her fans adore her. I may have gotten a little carried away with my dancing, but people seem to enjoy it, which hopefully means more people are attending the show. Was it supposed to go to his grandfather? Did he say this was the last one? Seeing as we have time before the end of the show, now might be a good time to tell you more about how I started this business. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I said my grandpa found himself in a tight corner once because of Gil. That was a long time ago, before selling our land, before I was even born. This is the first time I genuinely haven't cared. Even when Swati was little more than a sparse collection of shops, it still saw its fair share of tradesmen passing through. My father and grandpa made their living catching and selling game to them for Pell. And one day, while trying to sell more game, a merchant told them that the guild would soon become the currency of choice in Chalonia. That they'd be better off exchanging all their Pell for guild while there was still time. Unable to see through their lies, they played into the scheme, trading away all their hard-earned Pell at horrible rates. With only a paltry sum of guild left to their names, they were at a loss. Then they met a woman who'd eventually be my mother. She was deeply moved by their plight, and so she lent them the money she had been saving to start a new life in Tuliolao. You can't put a price on such an act of selflessness, which is why, when they learned what the savings were for, they opened their home to her until they could repay their debt. The three began a new life together. Years passed, and by the time their debt had been repaid, my parents had already fallen in love. It's a story my mother told me often as a child before bed, before they passed away. If not for my mother's kindness, I wouldn't be here, and all I ever wanted was to follow in her footsteps. That's why I sold our land and started my business. Your grandfather would be understand if you told them. I think this is the first side story where it feels like it's just too much dialogue and too much, like, Yakuza talking about himself. That's assuming he'll stop to listen. That's where you come in. Well, I imagine it won't be much longer before Town Messi is finished. Just a lot of yapping for no reason. Seems to be a while longer, so you don't have to wait here with me for Town Messi. Besides, isn't it about time you returned to speak to my grandfather? I think by now you've seen all there is to see of my work. I'm fairly sure I saw him over near the saloon. Go ahead and give him your fondest thoughts about my work. You're back. Tell me true, traveler, what sort of trouble has my grandson been up to? Dealing in loans to swindling people out of their pell, I'm sure. Gosh, I thought we raised him better than that. Oh, you have it all wrong. He's been helping people. He's been helping people with Gil. You said he's over at the dance hall, right? I made up my mind. I need to see what become of my grandson with my own eyes. I need to know he's alright. It should be fine if I observe him from a distance. Of course, these old balls don't move as fast as they used to. You go on ahead, I'll be right behind you. Parkour. The show was a huge success, thanks in no small part to your help, here as promised. I think I have this dress. This is far more than we agreed on. I can't accept this. Oh, don't be silly. I only wish that I had more to offer. I could never have hoped to afford that medicine from Tuliolal, and I had made peace with the consequences of that, grim though that may sound. Is that first job here, or maybe? But you wouldn't hear it. You loaned me the money I needed for treatment, and here I am, taking the stage again, a dream come true in every sense of the word. You've given me a second chance at life, and for that, I'll be forever grateful. Oh, you mean for this expansion? The boots are from, the Alliance raids in Endwalker. I think I've seen enough. Or from the gear you get when you go there. Grandpa, what are you doing here? I wish to see what an upstanding individual my grandson's become. And thanks to you two, my heart is at ease. I carried so much resentment for those moneylenders. I assumed the worst when I heard about your job. I was blinded to the good you could do, and the people you could help, like your mother helped me and your father once upon a time. Well, you reach out a hand to those who find themselves on the brink of ruin, and with greatest of care you pull them back. I suppose I do, but I'm sorry I didn't talk to you sooner. I was convinced you'd be cross with me and didn't know how to broach this topic without upsetting you. Oh, we're so considerate. This town could stand to see a little more of that. I'd like to hear more about your job, if that's alright. After you finish work for the day, of course. Well, our business here is finished, so don't let me keep you. Go on, put that extra gill I gave you to good use at the saloon. You've determined to see me keep it, aren't you? Well, I suppose Grandpa and I have a lot to catch up to do. A lot of catching up to do. Go on ahead to the saloon. I need to speak with Endaline for just a moment. This has been the most yappy, boring side story so far, I think. I think that's the only side story I've been genuinely bored. But this section feels kind of yappy. It feels like they changed writers. Thank you again for all your help. I was more than a little shocked to see you here with Grandpa, but I'm glad we're finally able to talk. Oh, you're a great debt, Endaline. I'll do my damnedest to try and repay it someday. If you ever find yourself having trouble with coin, I hope you'll think to call me. I was just like a professional yapper. Alright, we have 3 quests left. They should all be pretty short. Should be doable in 20 minutes, I think. Unless they're also going to be like giant yappers for no reason. Concerned, alas. Please, somebody help! Me and my brother were cloud fishing and we were attacked by a Yeehee. He told me to run, so I did, but he stayed behind to fight it. He's still down by the cliffs, and if you hurry, you'll make it in time. You'll go help him, won't you? Another big boy fight, or? Cloud fishing? What the hell? Thank you. If you hadn't turned up when you did, I'd be a goner for sure. I'd better go let my sister know I'm all right. Besides, it didn't sleep here, so I suggest you head back to town as well. Maybe I'll see you there. If it's not safe, why don't we travel together, maybe? Wouldn't that be a good idea? You don't get eaten on the way and have to tell her sister, like, oh yeah, sorry, I saved them, but then he got eaten by a raptor. Yeah, crazy dog back there. Good to see you again. So my sister is the one who sent you to rescue me. Looks like I owe my life to both of you. Truth be told, the Yeehee is the last thing I expected to see. Never mind being attacked by one. He must have expanded his territory or something. So I'd better stay away from the cliff tops for a while. That said, we make our living off the creatures we catch there. We can't give up on cloud fishing altogether. I suppose the nearest safe spot would be somewhere near the bridge to Tuliolal, which is kind of far from here. Still, better than no fishing at all. Speaking of which, it's time to snag us some more fish. Thanks again, friends. It's... 3 minutes, the last quest. Got people to talk to here, though. We're running low on dried meat, so I may need to go hunting soon, or maybe I should tend to the crops first. Welcome, traveler. I wonder if while you're out exploring, you might be able to do me a small favor. There's a cave network nearby where my daughter has gone to offer her prayers, but she's forgotten the all-important fish oil candle. I wouldn't take it for myself if it weren't for this terrible pain in my foot. Oh, hurts me something fierce. It does. You think you could give her this candle from me? Shouldn't be long now before my potatoes are done. Just in time for my boy to come home from working at the springs. Oh yeah, surely that's gonna happen. Yeah, nothing to worry about that, surely. That place is not gonna get nuked, and then I have to fight the Ceruleum boss as the trial. Surely not. A merchant come from Tuliola recently sold me supplies for my garden. Must say, it's amazing what difference quality fertilizer can make. My family has used these kilns for generations. I can scarcely imagine life without them. What are you cooking in the kiln? God damn it. So we didn't quite reach our magical goal of reaching level 96 quest today, but I think we're pretty close, probably. Feels like we spent a really long time at level 95, though. I feel like we reached level 95 at, like, before I went and walked Logan or something. Oh. Is it? You gotta love when the quest to get an aetheryte current brings you to an aetheryte current. All have plenty of theories about what these images mean. Some think they're records of what our ancestors saw in their day-to-day lives. Others think they might depict another world entirely. All I know is that my wife used to love coming here to look at them. That's the only thing that matters to me. Uh-oh. Like it's a circle, and there's a cat beast in there, and there's a lizard man. There's some fish. There's the sea. Something I can help you with? You came all this way to deliver this. I'm awful grateful to you and to my mom for realizing I'd forgotten to bring a candle. You see, these caverns are sacred ground where we come to pray to our ancestors and more recently deceased. The flames provide the living a way to commune with the dead. Thanks to you, I can light a candle of my own, say a little prayer. Say a little prayer for you. Since you're here, maybe you could stand before the flames and offer a few words to your departed loved ones. I don't matter where you're from. All spirits welcome here, living or dead. Oh. I can't even say any prayer. / pray. Say a little prayer for you. Alright, we have one quest up here and we have 10 minutes to do it. Max 10 minutes. Because I really need to go sleep, guys, so I can wake up and play more Final Fantasy tomorrow. Welcome back. I'm guessing you were able to find my daughter. No doubt in her usual spot. She never was one to do things the easy way, you know. As much as a stickler for tradition as she is, she actually works for the railroad company. Still, I got to hand it to her. She manages to work towards a promising future, without losing sight of her roots. I sure am proud of her, but don't tell her I said that, will you? You wouldn't want her getting a big head or nothing. Well, I'd say me and my daughter of mine have taken up enough of your time. But it was awful nice to meet you. Thanks a million for helping us out. Thanks ever a million for helping us out. Did I already grab one from the top of that thing? This is one of those moments where the game being a little bit formulaic makes it a bit predictable. Presumably. Because I know I need more ether currents from here that I get from quests, and I don't have those quests. So if our good friend Aaronville wants to just leave, he wants to take a train, then presumably we won't get far, because we have an area over here to be, and I still have to unlock more quests to unlock flying. Sorry to bother, but will you be passing through Lua time soon? My pa lives over the way and I've been meaning to pay him a visit, but this job's keep me busy. A little too busy anyway. I was hoping you could tell him from me. I'm doing fine and working hard, and let him know if there's anything you need. His name is Webb Kepe and he works down at the kilns. I hate to impose, but I'd be grateful if you could do me this favor. Is that the guy we talked to before? Eight minutes. 8, 9, 6, 7, 5, 4. That is the guy we talked to, where I said that someone's gonna explode. Can I help you, stranger? My boy sent you all the way here to tell me that. I was just thinking I'm going to check up on it myself, so it looks like you saved me a trip. Well, it's good to know he's got steady work. He ain't been fired anywhere, so he must be doing something right. You know, we're always eager to learn new ways of doing things, which is why my son threw himself into cerulean business. Thing is, for those of us living here, upholding our traditions, we worry that youngins like him are pushing themselves too hard to keep up with all this newfangled technology. Hope he's getting enough rest and eating right. Heck. Yeah, that gives me an idea. Hate to burden you any further, but do you reckon you could take this food to my boy? I reckon a belly full of pemmican will do him more good than lecture from his old man. Yeah, but that's bad food. If I fed him that in Rimworld, he would be upset as spaghetti at me. He would be like, this is poop food. Ah, you're back. Did you meet my pal? He sent you back to deliver this, as if I hadn't asked enough of you already. Well, it's pemmican. Why? I used to practically live on this stuff back in Luetani. This'll give me enough strength for a whole day's work, and maybe another day after that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all you've done for me. Alright, back to Leola we go. Oh man, that was a relatively short stream. Sorry about the short stream today, guys. I'll try to make it up to you guys tomorrow. I'm just a little bit tired, honestly. We're just gonna call it a little bit early today, and then no problem. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm glad you're understanding. Just gonna call it a little bit early today, and then you know we'll be back bright and early tomorrow for hopefully like a little bit of a longer stream. I do feel bad leaving so early though, but what can you do? Art, yeah, thank you. Anyone streaming right now? Alright, we'll do this episode yesterday. Thank you all so much for being today. Love, appreciate everyone. Hope everyone had a great video gaming time. Thank you so much to Motus for the raid. Motus. Everyone, please go check out Motus if you're not already following him. I'm enjoying the I'm still enjoying the story. You know, it feels like we might be entering like the mid kind of slow part now, when we had like a super high peak. But I hope this is just like a little like intermission before things get interesting again. That's my hope anyway. But you know, we are in Japan, so who knows? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. We're mostly just focusing on the story now, which is nice. We don't have a lot of like side activities to do. So everything is progressing at a pretty neat pace. I don't think we're done with it this week, but I think we're probably done with it early next week would be my guess. But yeah, that's it from me. Love you all. Appreciate you all. I'll be back tomorrow, regular time, super early in the morning, probably around same time as today, so like 10, 11 a.m. my time. In about 10 hours, 10 to 11 hours. So see you then. Keep fighting for us, and bye bye.